Hello everyone. Welcome back to another Commander review for Magic the Gathering. Today is the beginning of the Onslaught set review for Magic the Gathering. We're looking at the Onslaught Commanders, and this is a wild set of Commanders right here. There's not a lot. If I remember correctly, there is 7 Commanders in this set that you can or cannot, league banned and stuff like that. I think everyone in this set is legal. Last I checked when I was building the slides for these, the presentation for these. But this set is wild, and I'd love to challenge you guys to see if you can figure out what makes this set so crazy. As we go through this, I'm saying a lot, and I apologize for that. So let's just get right on into it and talk about Arcanis the Omnipotent, who is a legendary wizard. It's a 3/4. It costs 3 generic mana and 3 blue mana. So a hefty mono blue commander right here that's really wants to stay blue. Arcanis has 2 abilities. One is tap, draw 3 cards. Very cool. And then for 4 mana, 2 colorless and 2 blue, return Arcanis to its owner's hand. So it's got a great form of protection, expensive, but great form of protection, and it has insane card advantage, all on a commander, which is incredible. The only ruling for this card is that the last ability can be activated only while it's on the battlefield. If it were to say you can return it from the graveyard to your hand or something like that, or from exile to your hand or something like that, then you could do it from those zones. But just returning it straight to your hand is just clarifying only from the battlefield. That it should make sense, right? A card I chose to synergize with Arcanis, and it's also a new card from the Foundation set, is Homunculus Horde. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a token that's a copy of this creature. Since Arcanis can draw you 3 cards in a single turn, this goes really well with Homunculus Horde. Especially if you build your deck in the way that you can take advantage of that, because you already draw 1 card on your turn. So if you have any other way of drawing an extra card aside from Arcanis, then that means on someone else's turn you can trigger Arcanis or activate Arcanis and then trigger the Homunculus Horde ability on someone else's turn. And of course you can go crazy with that by giving Arcanis untap shenanigans to draw more and more cards on each opponent's turn. It can get out of hand very quickly, and since each token will also have this ability, it will exponentially grow an army of 2/2 homunculi, which is really cool. The deck that I am building around Arcanis is simple to draw matters deck. You just want to draw as many cards as you can, play those cards, and have a very fast engine on the board. It kind of feels almost like you want to play an aggro deck with blue, but it's aggro in the sense that you are outvaluing and speeding up your process of winning the game. So with that said, you want to make sure you have protections to protect your board from board wipes or targeted removal, stuff like that. However, this deck can go really fast, which is really fun. A popular deck idea on EDHREC is Wizard Tribal. Arcanis is a wizard, and Mono Blue Wizards is a very popular archetype to build around. Wizards have been around for a long time, so there are a ton of cards that synergize with wizards. And then last but not least, let me just double check that I'm reading this correctly. For a unique take or a challenging build or a janky deck idea, I decided to come up with a multiple draw matters deck. Like the homunculi that I showed you earlier, it cares about the second card you draw on each turn. And blue has a lot of things that care about the second draw on each turn. There are some things that care about the third card you draw on each turn, but for the most part it's just the second card matters. So this would be the second card draw matters deck. You don't care about drawing just one card each turn, you always want to draw a minimum 2 to get these fun, cool triggers on all of your stuff. As the game evolves, I'm sure we're going to get more of these kind of triggers in the game. And for a long time, I had a 60 card deck that was like Grixis, that cared about drawing extra cards, making rat tokens, sacrificing the rat tokens to control the board. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't the greatest deck because there's not a lot of these cards around right now, but as the game evolves, I'm sure we'll get a lot more of that. And that is going to do it for Arcanis the Omnipotent. You're going to draw so many cards so fast with this commander. It is really cool. However, bear in mind that Arcanis is a 6-drop. It takes 6 mana just for the first time to play Arcanis. So make sure that you have Arcanis protected. Have a way to maybe pay the cost to bounce it to your hand. So if you have to play it again, you're only paying 6 mana to cast this card rather than 8 mana from the command zone. So bear in mind, this commander is expensive, but really cool, and you are going to see your deck, a lot of your deck, very quickly in most games you play with Arcanis. I really love this card. I'm always glad to see this card get a reprint because it is really fun to play and build around. And lastly, it is S tier because it is extremely popular and people have built tons of different deck ideas around it. I think it's mostly just because it can draw you 3 cards, so you could be playing a variety of different types of decks, and Arcanis will help increase the chances of drawing the cards you need to pretty much play any strategy you want in mono blue. So very popular commander in that regard on EDH Rec, therefore it gets the S rank. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more Magic the Gathering content, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified when more videos come out. And of course, go check out my other videos. I've been doing these videos that go all the way back to Legends set, where we got our first legendary creatures to make commanders with. So the goal is to go through and keep reviewing every single one that we've got in existence, and that might take me forever to do, but hey, I like making it, and I hope you guys like watching it. So in the meantime, go check those videos out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!